Welcome to Chapter 8, Section 8, entitled Measures of Temperature. Alright, when I say reasonable temperatures, what we mean are the temperatures in which some things happen. For Celsius and for Fahrenheit. So water boils. At Fahrenheit, it's 212 degrees. At Celsius, it's 100 degrees. Your body. Normal body temperature for Fahrenheit is 98.6 degrees. In Celsius, it's 37 degrees. Water freezes. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 0 degrees Celsius. So those are some reasonable temperatures. You obviously, if someone said it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you knew it was hot because it's warmer than your body. So you're going to keep these as, keep those in the back of your mind. So temperature is the measure of hotness or coldness of an object or environment. Temperature is measured in degrees. In the metric system, temperature is measured in degrees Celsius, while in the customary system, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit. All right, choose the more reasonable temperature for each. A hot water in a bathtub. All right, since the normal body temperature, oh, look at this, we're dealing with Fahrenheit for these, Fahrenheit for both of these. So, since your normal body temperature is 98.6, for it to be a hot water, it has to be warmer than your body, so 102 degrees Fahrenheit is the more reasonable temperature. Choose the more reasonable temperature for each. This time we're dealing with Celsius. On the Celsius scale, water freezes at 0 degrees. An ice cream needs to be kept frozen, so 16 degrees Celsius would be too warm for the temperature of ice cream. The more reasonable temperature is -2 degrees Celsius. All right, inside a restaurant, choose the more reasonable temperature for each. Well, your body temp in degrees Celsius is 37. So having a restaurant be warmer than your body does not make sense. So 22 degrees is more reasonable. A cold glass of lemonade. Well, we're dealing with Fahrenheit, and we know it's 98.6 for your body. We know that ice forms at 32 degrees. So both of these would be cooler, are cooler temperatures. These are both cooler. But which one is actually cold? I would hope you chose 50 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, give a reasonable temperature of the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius for each situation. The temperature inside a freezer should be colder than the room temperature, and also cold enough for water inside a freezer, it needs to freeze. So a reasonable temperature, you could say, is 30 degrees Fahrenheit, -2 degrees Celsius. Those are both below freezing. Give a reasonable estimate of the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius. Water in a Florida lake. So Florida's in the south. Water in Florida lake would be warm, but not hot. All right. So since it's not hot, it needs to be less than our body temperature. So less than 98 or 37 degrees. That's Fahrenheit and Celsius. So somewhere less than that. 90 would probably be too warm still. I would say anywhere close to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Or maybe you could say 20 degrees Celsius could be a good choice. And actually 80 degrees is probably still warm, too warm. That's what a warm pool would be. So a lake, let's say 70 degrees Fahrenheit. But either one's fine. All right, now we're doing it for this situation, water skiing. When would you want to be able to go water skiing? Well, water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. It boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit and 100 degrees Celsius. So you need to be somewhere in between here. And obviously, if you're not going to go skiing in a hot tub, but you're not going to go skiing in winter. So you need something in between. I would say a Florida lake would be perfect. So 70 degrees Celsius or 20 degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit and Celsius, in order to get your good water skiing temperature. Snow sledding. Again, water freezes. You could also say melts. Melts at 32 degrees or 0 degrees. So you need to be colder than that. But you don't want it to be so cold that you don't want to go snow sledding. So let's say 25 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit and negative 10 degrees Celsius. I don't know, we'll just say that. Those would be reasonable. Okay, so that's it. You just had to deal with reasonable temperatures. So page 457, I think you should try. I want you to do 1 through 9 on page 457 for your CYUs. We will work on this in class.